Let's start. Here are threats in puzzle position. Rook takes rook, check. Rook takes pawn. Rook takes knight. Here are checks in puzzle position. Rook to e7, check. Rook takes rook, check. Rook to e4, check. The puzzle is solved using rook to e7, check. King to d2. Rook takes knight. Let's continue. Threats in puzzle position are. There are no threats in this position. The checks are rook to b4, check. Rook to f3, check. Solution to the puzzle is rook to b4, check. King to e3. Rook to a4. Next puzzle, the threats are queen takes pawn, check. Queen takes bishop. Pawn takes bishop. The checks are queen takes pawn, check. The answer is queen takes pawn, check. Rook takes queen. Rook to e8, checkmate. One more. Here are threats in puzzle position. Queen takes rook. Rook takes rook. The checks are rook to e8, check. Here is the solution to the puzzle. Rook takes rook. Queen takes rook. Rook to e8, check. Rook takes rook. Queen takes queen. Another puzzle. The threats are knight takes pawn. Bishop takes pawn. Bishop takes knight. There are no checks in this position. Solution to the puzzle is knight to d4. Knight takes knight. Bishop takes queen. Another one. Threats in puzzle position are rook takes pawn. King takes knight. Bishop takes pawn. Knight takes pawn. There are no checks in this position. Answer to this puzzle is king takes knight. Bishop takes pawn, check. King takes bishop. Next puzzle, let us look at threats in puzzle position. Rook takes queen. Rook takes pawn. Queen takes pawn. Queen takes pawn, check. Queen takes rook, check. Here are the checks. Queen takes pawn, check. Queen to f1, check. Queen takes rook, check. The best move in puzzle position is queen takes rook, check. Rook takes queen. Rook takes queen. Let's see the next puzzle. Threats in puzzle position are rook takes pawn. The checks are rook to e8, check. Rook to g7, check. Solution to the puzzle is rook to g7, check. King to h8. Rook to e7. Rook to d1, check. King to h2. Next, let us look at threats in puzzle position. Rook takes rook. Queen takes pawn. Queen takes rook. Knight takes pawn. Checks in this position are knight to g5, check. The best move in puzzle position is rook takes rook. Queen takes rook. Knight to g5, check. King to h6. Knight takes rook. Another puzzle. Puzzle position vulnerabilities are queen takes rook. Queen takes pawn. Queen takes knight. Queen takes rook. Bishop takes pawn. Rook takes knight. There are no checks in this position. Answer to this puzzle is queen to g4. Rook to a8. Before. Next puzzle. Here are threats in puzzle position. Pawn takes rook. Queen takes rook. Checks in puzzle position are queen to b2, check. Queen to c2, check. Queen to d2, check. Queen to f1, check. Queen to g1, check. Queen to h1, check. Solution to the puzzle is pawn takes rook. Pawn takes pawn, check. King to c7. Queen to a5, check. King to b7. Let's see the next puzzle. Threats in puzzle position are bishop takes pawn, check. Rook takes pawn, check. Rook takes pawn. The checks are bishop takes pawn, check. Rook takes pawn, check. The puzzle is solved using a7. Rook takes pawn. Bishop takes pawn, check. Knight takes bishop. Rook takes rook. Let's see the next puzzle. Here are threats in puzzle position. Queen takes rook, check. Queen takes pawn, check. The checks are queen takes rook, check. Queen takes pawn, check. Here is the solution to the puzzle. Queen takes rook, check. King takes queen. Knight to e5, check. King to e6. Knight takes queen. Next, the threats are queen takes pawn. Rook takes pawn. Checks in this position are knight to e2, check. Here is the solution to the puzzle. Rook takes pawn. Pawn takes rook. Queen takes pawn. Queen takes pawn, check. Queen takes queen. Let's continue. Threats in puzzle position are: pawn takes rook. Queen takes pawn, check. Queen takes pawn. Queen takes pawn. Checks in this position are: queen takes pawn, check. The answer is queen takes pawn, check. King to g1. Pawn takes rook. Queen takes rook, check. Queen takes queen. Another one. Here are the threats: queen takes pawn. Queen takes pawn. Queen takes queen, check. Queen takes pawn. Rook takes pawn, check. Checks in puzzle position are: queen takes queen, check. Rook takes pawn, check. Here is the solution to the puzzle. Rook to d1. Queen takes queen. Rook takes rook, check. King to g7. Pawn takes queen. Let's see the next puzzle. Here are threats in puzzle position. Queen takes bishop, check. Queen takes queen, check. Queen takes pawn. Bishop takes bishop. Checks in this position are: queen to d6, check. Queen to c7, check. Queen takes bishop, check. Queen takes queen, check. Solution to the puzzle is: queen to c7, check. King to e8. Queen takes pawn. Rook to d8. Queen takes pawn, check. Another one. The threats are: there are no threats in this position. The checks are: knight to f5, check. Knight to d5, check. Solution to the puzzle is: knight to f5, check. King to d2. Knight takes rook. Let us go to the next puzzle. Let us look at threats in puzzle position. Queen takes pawn. Queen takes pawn, check. Queen takes pawn. Let us look at checks in puzzle position. Queen to d8, check. Queen to f8, check. Queen to f6, check. Queen takes pawn, check. The best move in puzzle position is: queen takes pawn, check. Queen to f6. Queen takes queen, checkmate. Next puzzle. The threats are: knight takes pawn. Knight takes pawn. Knight takes pawn. Queen takes pawn. Queen takes pawn, check. Bishop takes bishop. Let us look at checks in puzzle position. Queen takes pawn, check. Solution to the puzzle is: knight to a4. Bishop takes bishop. Knight takes queen. Let's see the next puzzle. Puzzle position vulnerabilities are: queen takes pawn. Queen takes pawn, check. Queen takes knight. Pawn takes knight. Checks in puzzle position are: queen takes pawn, check. Queen to g6, check. Queen to h7, check. The answer is: queen takes knight. One more. Here are threats in puzzle position. There are no threats in this position. The checks are: rook to f2, check. The best move in puzzle position is: d7. Bishop takes pawn. Rook takes bishop. Let us go to the next puzzle. Puzzle position vulnerabilities are: rook takes pawn. Bishop takes pawn. Bishop takes knight. There are no checks in this position. Solution to the puzzle is: bishop to e4. Knight to f3. Bishop takes knight. Next puzzle. Puzzle position vulnerabilities are: bishop takes pawn. Knight takes pawn. Queen takes bishop. Queen takes pawn. The checks are: queen to d1, check. The puzzle is solved using: bishop to b4. Pawn takes bishop. Queen takes rook, check. King to e2. Queen takes rook. Another one. Puzzle position vulnerabilities are: there are no threats in this position. The checks are: h4, check. The best move in puzzle position is: a5. Bishop to b4. a6. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.